The Oklahoma Sooners got a massive commit today on the 2027 recruiting trail. And when you see who the Oklahoma Sooners won out over, you're going to agree with me that this was a massive commit. Additionally, we're going to dive into some potential commits for the Oklahoma Sooners. Who are they looking at in the 2027 and 2026 classes? Who could potentially want to jump on board? We'll discuss all of that. But before we do that, as always, I want to hear from y'all. So join the discussion. Jump in the comments below and let me know what your thoughts are on the recent commitment for the Oklahoma Sooners. If you're new to the channel, this is where I ask you to hit that like, hit the subscribe button so you're not missing out on any Oklahoma football or recruiting content. Would love to have you guys be a part of everything that's going on over here. But the Oklahoma Sooners today, they get themselves another commitment on the 2027 cycle. This gives them now 7 commits in that class. There's a good chance Oklahoma could have 10, maybe 11 guys on board before the end of the year, dare I might say. But the Oklahoma Sooners right now have the number 2 class in the entire country. They were at number 1, but those stinking Aggies down south, they took the number 1 title. We'll see if they can hold it for very long because Oklahoma, listen, they're putting together a really strong class in 27 recruiting cycle. And although the recent commit of Michael Davis is a 3-star across 247 and on 3, I don't think he's going to be a 3-star for very long. When you go look at what he's been able to do on the field statistically, and you look at the offer sheet, this is a guy that screams top 150 for me. So let's talk about Michael Davis. Oklahoma gets his commitment today. And I told you that it was massive. You might be waiting for me to tell you why it was massive. Well, he had 35 total offers from schools all over the country. You look at schools like Alabama, Miami, Iowa State, Notre Dame, North Carolina, and you might be saying Iowa State. Iowa State does a really good job at developing players into NFL caliber players. So, especially on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to accredit what they've been able to do. Ohio State, who they like to tout themselves as DBU. You've got Oregon, you've got Texas, you've got Tennessee, you've got Texas A&M, you've got Wisconsin. So when you look at all of the schools that you would look for in a cornerback offer, this guy had them all. And the Oklahoma Sooners were able to win out in this recruitment. Most importantly, this is another Stacy Ford special for you. How many times are we going to talk about Stacy Ford on this podcast and the impact he has had on the recruiting trail for Oklahoma, expanding Oklahoma into states that we haven't seen them historically do really well in over the past 10, 15 years, like Arizona or California, where Oklahoma's had a strong presence so far in 2027. So if you're an Oklahoma fan, you better jump on over to Twitter right now and go give Stacy Ford a follow because that man deserves more than probably what he's making right now. Whatever he's making right now from the University of Oklahoma, it's definitely not enough. Stacy Ford is an undervalued recruiter and scout for the Oklahoma Sooners. But let's talk about Michael Davis because that's what we're really here to talk about. So he's got 35 total offers. Oklahoma beats out all those schools that I kind of talked about and more for Michael Davis's commitment. He is 5'11", 170 pounds out of Desert Edge High School in Goodyear, Arizona. That might sound familiar to you because if you watched my YouTube short from yesterday where we talked about Zarek Sidney, who is his teammate, just dropped a top schools list with Oklahoma in there. He's the 395th ranked player according to the 247 composite rankings. Again, when you look at the film, you look at the statistics, screams top 150 guy for you. Completely versatile, got some top end track speed. So able to keep up with some of the best wide receivers. And I think that's really important, right? And when you see his statistics, he loves to go out there and make plays, make tackles. This past year, 90 total tackles, 57 solo tackle, or in his career, 90 total tackles, 57 solo tackles, 1 sack, 3 interceptions, and he has 10 and a half tackles for loss. Yeah, that'll play. That'll play at the University of Oklahoma. So look at this. Really big win for Oklahoma. Gives them their 7th commit, the number 2 class in the 2027 recruiting cycle. This is all you can ask them to go out there and do. Really good win for Jay Valai. But talking about his teammate in Zarek Sidney, we did not talk about this in a long form video the other day. We only talked about it on a YouTube short. So let's talk about it today. Zarek Sidney His teammate out of Desert Edge High School in Goodyear, Arizona, 6 foot, 175 pounds, the 340th ranked player according to 247 Composite. Want you to keep that in mind because he's a 4-star at 340. So he wouldn't take very much in a boost in the rankings for Michael to get ranked as a 4-star. Keep that in mind. And again, he's not a 3-star talent, 100% a 4-star talent. This guy's got 30 total offers. And you looked at his top schools list: Notre Dame, Arizona State, USC, Washington, and then you got Oklahoma. I really like where Oklahoma sits here. He went and visited, I believe it was for the Michigan game. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But another really highly productive wide receiver, 45 receptions in 2024 for 591 yards, 11 receiving touchdowns. Just recently got an offer from Missouri. Stanford got offers this spring from Indiana and Michigan. A really good route runner. When you watch his film, really smooth in his ability to, run the route through the defenders and be able to go out there and make those catches and big plays. So really like this and, get the teammate of Zarek Sidney. Hey, you got a nice little package deal out there at Desert Edge High School. Will Zarek Sidney actually end up in the class? Who knows? I would definitely at this point really lean in Oklahoma's favor. And hey, now that he's got his list narrowed down to 5 schools, maybe you could see a commitment sooner rather than later. So make sure you're paying attention to that one. But the Oklahoma Sooners got some other news about a quarterback in the 2027 cycle. Actually, 2 quarterbacks. One that does not hold an offer from the Oklahoma Sooners just yet, and that is Jameson Roberts. Announced that he's going to be on campus for the Missouri game, and he's a 3-star according to Rivals. 14 total offers. Hey, he's got Auburn on that list. Hugh Freeze obviously saw something from him. 6'3", 190 pounds out of Sarland, Alabama. Hey, we'll have to see if Oklahoma is going to throw an offer out to him. Definitely would really be interesting here. But he's been starting to pick up some recruitment from a lot of P4 teams. Duke, Northwestern, Syracuse, all recent offers from him. So you would imagine that as, hey, his recruitment continues to go on, this could be a guy that could have, 25, 30 offers from a lot of schools across the country and quickly rises into a 4-star territory. You see guys like this all the time, but he announced that he's going to be visiting for the Missouri game. And then additionally, you have Dane Weber, who's going to be on campus for the Missouri game. He's a 4-star, the 352nd ranked player according to the 247 Composite rankings at 6'2", 210 pounds. Again, another Stacy Ford find. Man, how many times are we going to talk about this guy when we talk in recruiting, right? Temecula, California, 11 total offers. Hey, you know what? We'll see if Oklahoma's interested there. Who is going to be the newest offer for Oklahoma, and which one of these 2 quarterbacks is going to end up here? Because I have a feeling if they're starting to invite quarterbacks, they're going to find theirs in 2027 soon. All right, so in 2026, guys, listen, there's some big-time flips Oklahoma's still looking for. Looking for Jaden Pettit. Will that one ever happen and come to fruition? We keep talking about it. The confidence is still there that Jaden Pettit would flip to the Oklahoma Sooners, but this thing just keeps dragging on, and maybe you start to feel a little less confidence. National Signing Day is just right around the corner, so we'll have to see what's going on there. You've got Noah Abebe, the inside offensive lineman that is currently committed to Lane. Listen, I think Jen Sommerall is going to go take the Auburn job, and I don't think he's taking Noah Abebe with him, and I think Bill Bedenbaugh and the staff can get the job done there. Couple other flip targets that are going to be on the table for the Sooners. We'll talk about those here at a later date. Maybe get you guys a visitor list for this weekend, but make sure you guys are tuning in. Jump in the comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And if you're new to the channel, hit that like and hit that subscribe button.